What's going on, y'all? It's Mason Bleasdell, your Austin real estate agent. And on this channel, I really try to bring you guys kind of first looks. If nothing else, it keeps me up with what's coming and going. So when I have folks like you guys reach out to me, hey, what's going on? I'm looking to move to Manor. Places like this, we get a first look at. This is Lagos Reserve by Tri Pointe Homes. This one little section, which is not connected to the Lagos, that's been around for several years now, but kind of its own thing. Self-developed by Tri Pointe Homes, is just down the road, and as you can see behind me, the model homes have just started going up. We're going to spend just a couple minutes giving you a first look. There's not a ton to show you, but I'm going to tell you all the reasons why and good things to know if you're considering this neighborhood in Manor. This is definitely one worth checking out. Now, as you can see behind me, they are working very, very quick on the first inventory homes to go up in here. So I imagine those are going to be done in the next 3 or 4 months. But to start off where we are basically due east of Austin in the town of Manor, which is very, very quickly growing. To be honest, this was one of the smaller suburbs for a very long time. It's unique in that its location gets you, at least for the money, closer to Austin than you can be basically anywhere else, being a straight shot down 290 into North Austin, but we lacked quite a few things, which is very quickly changing. For example, for a very long time, the only quote-unquote grocery store was a Walmart. Now that is changing. The H-E-B has actually gone vertical up here. There's been a ton of reinvestment with partnerships in places like the Manor New Tech High School, which is actually zoned for this community. So if that's something that you're very interested in, definitely do some research into what's going on there. All of this to say, restaurants, Chick-fil-A, those kind of things that didn't exist here for a long time are now starting to move in. It's going to change the way Manor lives. Now, this community, we are very, very on the south edge of town. I want to note a couple of things that go with that. You'll see if you're poking around on a map that Whisper Valley, a really cool community, is just south of here, just south over those trees. Whisper Valley is zoned for Del Valley ISD. We are barely on the Manor ISD side, so if schools are really important to you, if you weren't aware that those two go to different schools, definitely make sure to check that out. We are Manor ISD here. The other benefit is, and I'm going to get onto this in a little bit, the property tax rate here is actually extremely low because we're outside of the city, which is very nice. But there's a big caveat to that, a big old one. We've got a 1% basically PID on this property. Your effective property tax rate is actually pretty darn high here. That's probably my only con. Now, if you're looking for a larger home, you're gonna find a lot more value. Even though pricing is not final, I'm gonna expect it to fall, maybe even starting in the high 300s, probably running up to about 6 for some of the 3,000 square foot homes. But the effective tax rate here does come out to about 2.8% once you factor in that property improvement district, basically a bond from the county to help put in all of the utilities that you see behind me. That is going to make a big difference. Now that PID is paid off, usually in monthly installments, typically over the next 30 years. You technically have the right to pay it off early, but nobody does. All of that to say, just something to be aware of out here as well. Now, this community in the master plan will eventually have a pool, a pickleball court, playgrounds, all of the things that you would come to expect in a master plan community like this. And Tri Pointe Homes, if you are not familiar, is very well regarded as a premium home builder. They offer a ton of different customization options. You'll get to go to the design center if you want to build from scratch and get to choose all the materials, flooring, countertops, cabinets, all of those fun things. And I've even got a really cool story with Tri Pointe. I had it was not their fault at all, but one of the craziest stories to where the stone supplier that they got for the brick on the exterior of their home, they changed their catalog in the new year. So from the time my folks picked the stone to the time it actually got ordered and showed up, because it takes a few months to go through permitting and all that stuff. When the stone showed up, it was different. And I mean dramatically different, like white limestone versus dark gray brick. Completely not their fault, but we were all scrambling to figure out what happened. They took it all down after realizing, what happened here. Again, stone supplier changed their name. It was not Tri Pointe's fault, but just crazy circumstance. They made it right. And to be honest, it's stuff like that lets me put kind of a stamp of approval on Tri Pointe. It's just standing behind their words. So anyways, if this is a community you're interested in. If you're poking around Manor, trying to find the right spot for you and your family, maybe you're looking around some of the Austin suburbs, comparing Round Rock versus Manor, I'd love to be that resource of choice for you. My direct contact information is on the screen and down below right now. Reach out if I can be that real estate agent for you. Thanks for watching on this first look of Reserve at Lagos. I'll see you guys next time.